Hi Gemini, Ascendant, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, and those cross-watching, welcome to your tarot love messages. We're going to take a look and see what the cards predict for you for the upcoming week. It's going to be a general reading, guys. Please keep that in mind. If you're after a personal one, feel free to reach out and inquire. My email address will be listed below the video. Let's go ahead, give the cards a shuffle, and let's begin. Alright, Gemini, King of Swords. That's you. It's very much you. The Knight of Wands in reverse here. Bottom of the deck, you've got the Four of Cups. Okay. Okay, for some of you, there has been a recent conversation that you've had with someone lately. It may have been an ex, it may have been a romantic connection, it could have been a friend that you've fancied romantically, but you've had a recent conversation with someone, and you know what? You spoke your truth and you spoke from the heart. I feel like they've ignited something in you. They might have ignited, you know, the attraction that you had for this person. They may have ignited the spark that once you know, had grew very brightly between the two of you. May have flickered a little bit, but to me it feels like a conversation of some sort has ignited something back up within you. Maybe the attraction, the passion, the connection that you've had for one another. Okay. Or if this hasn't happened yet, it's about to happen for some of you, okay? It just feels like a conversation that is going to take place, because you're embodying the King of Wands, not the King of Wands, I tell a lie, the King of Swords energy. And the King of Swords, okay, we see him as someone cold, we see him as someone emotionally detached, or someone emotionally distant. But he is someone who speaks his truth, and sometimes people who speak the truth can come across that way, can't they? They can come across, you know, as though they're cold or they're distant or they're emotionally aloof. But to me, it just feels like you're no longer tolerant of any lies, or you're no longer tolerant of, you know, any excuses, any truth fabrications. To me, it feels like, you know, you're telling this person your truth, whatever that may be for you. You're telling this person your true, your honest intentions, or your true, honest expectations of them, you know, what you thought of them, what you want from them, how you feel. And it feels like you've been wanting to have this conversation for some time, and it's going to feel very liberating. It's going to feel very freeing, very empowering, by the way, because you finally get to speak your truth. And the truth is about to make things right. It's about to make things right for you. It's about to make things right for you and them. See, the Knight of Wands in reverse here, in the corner, this in reverse, he is a build-up of energy. Okay, now for some of you, you've been holding off. Okay, Seven of Pentacles, you've been waiting, and I don't know why. Maybe you've been waiting for the right circumstances, maybe you've been waiting for the right time, maybe you've been waiting, you know, for when you're ready and when you have more of a clearer idea of what it is you want to say to them, of what it, you know, how you want the conversation to transpire. But to me, it feels like you've been waiting and you've been pulled, and maybe it's just you purposely putting off, like you've been avoiding having this conversation. Because look, it's a little uncomfortable. It's you. It's a little full on. It's a little intense, and maybe you purposely been, you know, putting it off. Okay, but it's been a build-up of energy, and you have a lot of that energy to, you know, expand. Trust me, this conversation is not going to hurt your chances with this person. It's not going to hurt your chances of a reconciliation. If anything, it's going to quicken the pace. It's going to accelerate the possibility of you reconciling with this person. Okay, you're bursting with energy. I also feel like this person is bursting with energy in a sense where whether they know it or not, they're also ready to hear the truth. Okay, they're also ready to hear the truth and embrace it. So this conversation, look, it can be an inner dialogue. It doesn't necessarily mean that you need to have this conversation with, you know, the other person, your romantic energy, or whoever this person is for you, whether it's a sibling, a connecting energy, a professional, networking connection, whoever this person is for you, it doesn't mean that you need to have it with that person. Maybe it's a conversation that you need to have with yourself, and maybe it's you needing to be a little bit more honest with yourself. See, the conversation that I see taking place is very blunt. It's very, very blunt. Okay, and sometimes, well, yeah, sometimes messages need to be blunt because that's the only way. They need to be delivered bluntly because that's the only way the person on the receiving end is going to understand and interpret the message. Okay, so I think that, okay, to me, I think that it's a conversation that maybe you've been avoiding, or it's a conversation that you've had recently, and I can see that there's been this buildup of energy, and this buildup of energy has restricted you in some way because there's just been so many things that you've been wanting to say to this person, communicate or find out from this person, and instead of doing it, okay, and don't forget, you are ruled by an element of air, okay, and air governs mental energy, so it's like you've had a lot to say to this person, but you've been holding it back, and taking into consideration this really considerable amount of energy that's been building up on you, that tension is palpable in the energies. Speaking of energies, they could be interchangeable, and maybe this is your person. Maybe your person feels like, okay, they've gone into hermit mode, because you've got sort of like a contradiction, don't you? You've got someone who's pulled back, not because they don't have anything to say, on the contrary, because this person has so much to say that they don't know how to say it, or they don't know that what they say is going to be received, it's going to be delivered. So this is, to me, it just feels like someone's gone into hermit mode. They've shut down purely because they don't know how to handle the situation. They don't know how to handle this conversation, how to, handle having this conversation and speaking the truth. So I just think, slow down. Okay, if this conversation hasn't taken place yet, slow down, because there's a lot of energy that I feel like needs to be directed, and you want to make sure you're not hastily directing any of this energy all over the place. You want to make sure that you come in, you have this conversation, because whether it's you or whether it's your person, whoever I'm picking up that this person has had a lot to say. They've stayed quiet. They've had a lot to say, but they've stayed quiet. Someone's silence here was interpreted as a lack of interest, or was interpreted as someone being distant and just not bothered anymore. But that's not the case. It's just that this person, they have feelings for you. They still have an attraction towards you. They still have a connection with you. They may still be in love with you. And it's because of all of those reasons that this person is not able to have that conversation, because they just can't handle it. Okay? And they've been thinking about you so much, and they still have these feelings for you so much, but there's been no outlet for them to direct all of this energy. Okay? Whether it's you or whether it's this person. And I feel like they've also avoided acting impulsively just in case they hurt their chances, or just in case they hurt their chances with you or the reconciliation. So I think that, someone wants something to be fixed here right away, but it doesn't work that way, okay? This conversation that I see that has happened for some of you, or that is about to take place, trust me, it will make things right, but it's not going to make things right away. It won't. Okay, it's not going to make, it's not like a magic wand is going to be waved over the situation and everything magically and effortlessly will fall into place. I mean, it might, but, let's be a little realistic here. It probably won't. So I feel like allow yourself the time to think through what's best for you, and be careful that you don't instantly react to everything here. Okay, listen to what this person has to say, listen to where they're coming from, okay, and think things through about what it is that you want to communicate. Also, give the circumstances some space, okay, before you take any action. So once you hear what this person has to say, once they said what it is they need to say, because trust me, there's a lot. I mean, you've wanted communication, they're about to give you that, okay? Or if it's you, then this person needs to carve out some time and space to listen to what it is you have to say, because there's a lot that you need to get off your chest. I also feel like with the Hermit's energy, he's popped up in his reading here because there was a part of the journey that you had to do alone, okay? So if you have gone through a separation or a disconnection with this person, if this is someone who is an ex or if it's someone who's not currently in your life right now, that too was part of the arrangement, okay? Because I feel like you guys had to come apart so that you could realize, you know, just how much you needed each other or just how much you really want to work. So you needed that time to yourself, okay? You needed that time to yourself to figure out your emotions, to figure the situation out, and they needed the same. Right now, I feel like you're on the edge of a precipice, okay? You're on the edge of this precipice where it's a new beginning, it's a new chapter with the Fool's energy. But it's up to you. It's up to you whether you're going to, you know, whether you're going to invite whether you're going to invite this new beginning into your life. Because what you do now, I feel like there's a leap of faith that you need to take. Okay? You need to take a leap of faith on a person. You need to take a leap of faith on yourself. You need to take a leap of faith on this situation. You know, you need to take, and the thing is, you just need to take baby steps, okay? You don't have to, you know, as it's been said in the past, you don't have to see the whole staircase. All you have to do is take baby steps at once. How will you know? The thing is, your intuition is going to guide you, okay? Step after step, your intuition is going to be that compass, okay? And it's going to be that guiding light that you need. So don't worry if you don't know exactly, you know, after you have this conversation and after you put things into perspective. Don't worry if there are certain things you can't control, okay? So don't stress yourself about that. There's a lot of things you can't control, but what you can control is how you react, okay, to a situation. And to me, it just feels like you don't need to know, you don't need to see, like you don't need to see the whole staircase. You don't. All you have to do is just take the step one at a time, and the rest will be revealed to you, okay? Because you put in the action, you put in the work, and this person, I feel like, is going to parallel those that energy, okay? They're going to match your efforts, they're going to parallel your efforts. So don't concern yourself too much about, because I know you guys like to overthink and overanalyze things, and sometimes because of that, you know, it can lead to missed opportunities or missed chances because it leads to moments of hesitations, right? I think it's just all about you being true to yourself, and it doesn't matter what steps, how little or how big you take along the way. So as long as you're true to yourself and what it is that you want, and the right person will reciprocate. So if they're the right energy for you, consider this as a test for them. They will reciprocate if they are meant for you, okay? If you are meant to do this. Alright guys, and these are your messages. Thanks for watching and listening. Please show your support by liking, sharing and subscribing to the channel. Bye.